Alright, here we go. Picture is the Lee Classic Turret Press. In this video, we're going to make that little handle there to make reloading much easier. This is just the intro demonstrating what we're going to do. So in case you clicked on the wrong video, you can skip away now. But that little white handle there is what we're going to make. Little pieces we're going to need. Well, what I'm using actually is the what is that? That's a seating die. It's I bought a Lee die set, 3 dies, but I only use the sizing and the crimping tool. So that's the extra die, the seating die. This is all 1/2 inch PVC. So you need an elbow, a 3-way, an end cap, a plug, something to cut the PVC, and a little bit of 1/2 inch PVC. Now if you're gonna use it with that adjuster cap on top, you need to use that 3-way piece there, as it won't clear. However, what I decided to do was just, since I don't use this, I'll just take out that piece and I can just use an elbow. Makes it a little easier, a little more low profile. First thing we need to do is put the elbow on there, give it a good tap, make sure it bottoms out. So that's as far down as the elbow will travel on the die. Then adjust the locking ring until it just touches the elbow. And just remove the elbow and screw it into your press. Yeah, I know the video, I guess the video frame is not that good. I had the camera from above and I couldn't see what I was filming, so there'll be some sections that it's kind of off frame, but I'll get you a better view later when we switch camera angles. So I know it's irritating, but this is what I have. Next thing, lock it down pretty solid, because you're not going to be moving that ever. Well, unless you're going to change it out. So next thing we need to do is put the elbow on there and just grab a scrap piece of PVC pipe. What we're going to try and do is figure out where we want the handle to be. What I figured was, with my seating die in front, because I only use the seating die and the crimping die, with the seating die in front, it was about 10 o'clock that I figured my handle is most comfortable when I'm sitting in front and using the seating and crimping die. Inside, deprime everything and then reprime off press. The only two things I really use at one time is that seating and the crimping die. So once I got it marked, what I'm going to do is put a little tick marks. That's where I'm going to drill and put some set screws. The reason I put the marks there is I can access the set screws with all the dies in place. Once we've done that, I figure out a height of where I want that set screws to, I guess, set into the die. And we're just going to mark. You can use 1 set screw or 2 set screws or 3. I chose to use 3 set screws. So once I've got my markings, just got to go find me a little drill bit. I'm going to go with maybe 6 30 seconds. Nah, I think we just go bigger. We just go with 10 30 seconds. So I'm going to drill and tap these 3 holes to fit a 10 30 second. It's quite common screw or set screw or bolt you can find in any hardware store. So is the 1032. I guess 1024 is more popular in those box stores, but the 1024 might be too coarse a die for the plastic, so 1032 would probably be better. Actually, 4 mil, 5 mil would have been better, but we're going to go with 10 30 seconds because it's just way more common. I'm going to use some set screws, but if you can't find a set screws in your Lowe's, Home Depot, or whatever City Mill or whatever hardware store you go to, you can use a regular bolt or screw, as long as it's the same thread. Actually, it doesn't even have to be the same thread. This is plastic. You can just screw some screws in there. It'll tap itself, or anything close to it. It'll work. So I got it drilled and tapped. Now I'm going to get me some set screws. I wonder where I put those set screws. Okay. There we go. We got some 10/32 by 3/8 set screws. Okay, it's a bit long. Let me rethink that. I'm gonna go find some shorter set screws. Alright, here we go. We got some 10/32 by a 1/4 inch. Just gonna install it into the 90-degree 1/2 inch PVC elbow. Actually, the reason I made a handle was because I use that Forester micro ultra seating die, and it's awesome. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Lee die. The seating die, it worked flawlessly, but I like the ease of use of that Forester. Problem is, the last time I was seating some rounds, it started walking on me, and how is that possible? This thing's always rock solid, but it's because I keep grabbing the top of the turret, change it back and forth between seating and crimping, and I guess while I was grabbing some of the dies to turn the turret, I started turning that die just a little each time, and it started to walk on me. That's when I figured out I better go make some kind of handle so I don't grab any of the dies. So I decided about 4 inches for my handle was comfortable. You don't really need glue. Just tap it in there. Press fitting is fine. You might want to change the length of your handle later, or you want to add things to it. I have no idea, but 4 inches were good for me. I never tried any other sizes. It just looked good, and I tried it out and it seemed to be fine. Once you get it all set, just tighten it down, drop a cap on there, and actually it's done. It's ready to go. You can pretty much build this in, I don't know, 5 minutes with $2. So here it is, a close-up, since I had such a crappy view from on top, but it's just a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe, end cap, and a 90-degree elbow. It's gonna actually measure about 6 inches because the PVC pipe is 4 inches and each piece is 1 inch, so 6 inches total. You can make it as long or as short as, you can make it like an inch or 2 inches, whatever, however much space you got on your workbench. So this is what it looks like. It's just 3 randomly placed, well, they're not randomly placed. They're actually set up so that I could access all 3 with the other 3 dies in its place on the turret. So that's the reason those holes are there. Here's a better view because it's not overhead in the tripod, but since I'm holding the camera and trying to tighten it down with my left hand, it's a bit shaky, but at least you're not overhead and it's not cut off. So you don't have to make it that tight. I mean, you have 3 set screws in there. Just a little snug. Just gotta remember it is PVC. And actually, this is the second one I made. The first one I made, I used one of those Hornady die locking rings. I cut off a screwdriver and I tack welded the screwdriver onto that locking ring, and then I placed it on the top of one of the dies and tightened it down, and it worked really good. I really liked it. It looked more factory. It seemed more commercial and everything. However, well, actually, this is it in action. However, since I'm making the video for YouTube, I don't know how many people have a TIG or a MIG welder at home. So I know everyone can get to a box store and spend $2 on some PVC pieces and put this together with minimal tools. So if you want a more commercial version, you can tack weld it onto a die locking nut, and put it on there, and it works really good. Looks really nice with a screwdriver handle that you cut off and tack on there. But this one costs about $2, and anyone can make it in 5 or 10 minutes, and it works great. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what I come up with next. But for now, this is working really good. I gotta go load some rounds now.